Hello everybody, welcome to Choose Your Own Adventurers, Broom Ghost's D&D podcast about four friends that get sucked into a magical video game. They now have to make their way through games you may or may not recognize to earn enough save tokens to get home. I'm your host and DM, Shawn.
My name is Jared, and I am playing Krogus, who is a half-orc barbarian.
I'm Jake Roach, and I'm playing a dragonborn fighter named Beezow Hornpub.
My name's Joe. I am playing a mountain dwarf who is barbarian and wizard, and his name is Stumbleton Rawtoe Rockefeller.
And I am Crystal, and I am playing Leon Spangle, a stout halfling bard.
All right, guys, let's get rolling. See what I did there? Because
because
Yeah,
you
I
like
see,
roll
I
it.
get it. Yeah.
I think we should do the intro again.
Yeah, I want to run out of the room this time.
we open in the room of Jared Erkburn. A large room is decorated with action movie posters and several shelves holding karate trophies and medals. Jared is sitting on the sofa when suddenly he hears the door open and his twin brother Jake is there. Jared has his hands on the last can of sugar-free root beer.
Is Jake trying to take my sugar-free root beer?
Am I the older brother or the younger brother?
Twin.
You guys are twins.
Oh, right. Okay, we're twins.
One of us is still
Okay.
older, though.
Yeah, but I'm not
So
gonna
you may
call
be
you
twins
like
that care about that.
dorkweed.
I'm going to say, Jared, you're older by 2 minutes.
Okay, cool.
You breached
And-
first.
And I've never let you forget it. Oh, Jake, what's up, dude? I was just enjoying the last sugar-free root beer here that I got first.
Yeah, Sutner. Mom said I could have that, so Mom said I could have the last sugar-free root beer.
I wasn't there when Mom said that, and so for
Yeah,
all
I know.
you're just making shit
That's
up.
why I got her to say it.
That's too
As
bad.
the two are discussing this, there is a knock on the door.
Come in.
In walks Joe. Joe is wearing a large backpack. Inside the backpack are snacks for the big gaming session. Joe pulls out a 6-pack of sugar-free root beer.
Yes!
Hey guys, I know that both of you were going to about argue with like all of the soda situation going on, but your mom told me to go grab you some. So I totally brought you some. Enjoy. It's all for you.
Oh, dude, Mom is so smart and
Damn,
beautiful.
Mom really knows us inside and out. I'll tell you what. How old are we supposed to be?
I'm gonna say you guys are like 8th graders.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
very good. So it was cool that I said shit a second ago. That was cool.
Yeah, that was actually really cool.
Like-
I haven't
PG-13,
really crossed
yeah.
that barrier yet. I don't say words like that, so I thought it was really respectable.
Joe pulls out another 6-pack of Gamer Juice Cherry Blast, Joe's personal favorite highly caffeinated beverage. Joe takes out more snack cakes and chips from his bag and places everything on the coffee table in front of Jake and Jared.
Y'all ready to party?
I don't know. Mom says that stuff will rot my teeth.
Are any of these snacks sugar-free?
But what if you put rum in it? Is that fine?
What
From
is
behind
rum?
the door, everyone hears a loud, shrill noise that slowly starts to adjust in pitch, forming a song they all recognize. In walks Chris with his signature Kirby automaton.
You guys, name literally any song.
Chris.
Is
Fly
that
the bumblebee.
Is that the final countdown?
Yeah, check it out. I call that the final countdown.
Yay!
Damn, it's different than I
feel
remember.
triumphant.
This is pre-YouTube though, so I can't look it up.
The friends have all arrived. After indulging in some of Joe's snacks, there is a loud, shrill voice Jake and Jared immediately recognize. Boys! Boys! You will never believe what I just found for you at the yard sale! Mrs. Erkburn shouts as she makes her way into the room. Ooh, my little game of boys all in one place. I love it! Mrs. Erkburn licks her thumb and smooths out one of Jake's eyebrows.
Ah, jeez.
Jared, we are so proud of you for winning the karate tournament. And Jakey, we are so proud of you for coming in 3rd place. And we totally support you quitting. I knew all my little gamer boys were going to get it together, and I just saw this and thought to myself, Georgina, oh, your little nerds are going to love this. Georgina pulls out a gray rectangle with a clear sphere on top. There are cords wrapped around the rectangle that are connected to the back end, and you see that those are clearly connections for a TV. There are 4 controller ports on the front side of the rectangle, and in her other hand are 4 controllers.
Whoa.
The guy at the yard sale said that this was some retro game from the 70s. I asked him if there were more games, and he said, no, this is the whole thing. I don't remember the name, but I'm sure you cool dudes can figure it out.
It looks like someone glued a crystal ball to a PS1.
I wish she licked my eyebrow.
Keep on dreaming.
Mom, I just got done messing that eyebrow up.
I don't know.
Guys, what the heck is this?
I'm going to let you boys go play. If you need us for anything, Daddy and I are in the living room, okay? Look at you boys. You're so cute. Arf, I could just eat you up. Okay, don't stay up all night. Chris, play me out, sugar.
Oh my gosh.
I wish I was Daddy.
All right, I wanna immediately grab the game station and start looking at the back of it to see if the ports can even go in our TV.
Yeah, do we have the
Okay.
cords we need for this?
I'm gonna just kind of obnoxiously wrestle him for it, even though I don't really want it and I don't know what to do with it.
Gotcha.
Jake,
Okay.
Jake, I'm trying to see if we can even play this.
What the heck is that thing? Just let me look at it.
Okay, fine. Here.
So
I'm just-
how about you, Jared, how about you roll me an investigation check?
Okay.
So roll a d20.
Krogus.
Sorry, I accidentally rolled 2 of them because it was taking me a second to
He
figure out.
stares
how-
blankly at the cords.
Oh fuck. 2.
A 2? Okay, so you're looking at those cords. You have no idea if they plug into the back of your TV or not. Does anybody else want to take a look?
Yeah,
Give me
I
that.
want to check this out.
Are there
Jake
some
got
like
it.
Sure, go for it.
reds and whites and yellows?
Chris, roll me a d20.
Hi, how do I do that?
So on your character sheet in the
Oh, I
bottom
found it.
left
I
corner-
had my. It was the window was pulled down too far. Okay, I'm rolling
Yeah,
a
no, for
d20.
sure, yeah.
I rolled an 18.
You rolled an 18.
Yeah.
Fucking pro.
So,
over here.
Crystal, you see that on when you're looking at the back, you see that it's the old cords, but somehow the TV that Jared and Jake have in that room still has the multicolored hookups, and this will fit in the TV.
You guys, I think this is gonna work. You have these ancient ass hookups. What were you even using this for?
Take offense to that.
I have
what do you
one
think?
of those Atari plug-in plays.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Did you get that
I-
at Dollar General?
My
I
mom
kept on
did.
unplugging your Atari so I could plug in my DVD player to watch Holes.
I always wanted to watch Holes with the commentary on.
Thing.
Dude, outside the game, those kids get weird about Patricia Arquette and that commentary.
Do they?
Yeah,
I haven't actually watched the commentary, but
the commentary does not hold up. Just so you know.
that's
Yikes.
Well, they are kids.
The commentary of holes.
Hey,
So what are we gonna do with this machine, guys?
Hey, Chris, I'm going to pull the TV over and so you can plug it in.
Oh, thank you so much. I was afraid to knock it over because I'm very clumsy.
What,
Okay, I'm trying to hook it up.
what cartridges did Mom bring in with this?
Mrs. Erkburn told you that this whole thing is just one game. That the guy at the yard sale said that there were no other games included. It's just the one.
Oh no.
Oh, so like it's a console and a game. It doesn't have games with it.
Exactly. It's just one single game.
guys,
it's
I know
probably
what this is. This is a plug and play.
I don't know where this is going.
It must be like one of those Pac-Man world things.
Yeah.
Can we
This is-
jailbreak it? I don't know what that means, but I'm wondering if can I use it to check my MySpace?
Okay, I'm gonna plug in the AV cables and say, "Hey, Jake, plug this into the wall," and I hand him the power cord.
I'll just get out of the way. I got distracted.
I fumble with it for a minute before realizing that it's upside down and I have the wrong prong in the wrong hole. But I
that a
I sing a
dexterity
song
check?
called Wrong Prong, Wrong Hole.
Do you want to give us an example of wrong prong, wrong hole?
Yeah. Alright. I gotta turn on my automaton. Wrong prong. Wrong hole. Try again.
Nice. Nice.
I think we should totally get a band.
Music starts to play, and a voice says,
Welcome to Choose Your Own Adventure. Choose your character.
On the screen are 4 characters. A silver dragon human-looking being, a dwarf with a large staff, a hobbit-looking creature playing a lute, and an orc with tape wrapped around his hands. Everyone choose your player.
I take
I
Lead
call the
guy.
dragon.
Dwarf.
I immediately grab the player 1 controller and choose the orc.
I straight up punch him in the face and grab his controller. And then realize I don't want to be the orc.
I immediately shove you to the ground and take the controller back.
I just look for a controller that doesn't have stick drift.
I
There
take a
isn't
couple
one.
sips off the last sugar-free root beer while nobody's looking, waiting for the energy to stabilize.
I see the big sword in his picture and say, I'm gonna be the dragon because I'm the bravest, Mom says.
So brave you quit karate.
Stop, Chris!
So Jake has chosen the silver dragonborn.
I think I'm going to choose the dwarf because it's bald and I'm bald. So I really enjoy that.
I didn't want to
King of
take away the character that Joe clearly wanted, and so I settled for player 2. Because the orc is also cool and clearly going to be good at fighting and karate and stuff.
And tall.
He's tall. And tall is important to me.
I'm taking loot guy.
Thank you for selecting your character. Let the adventure begin. Oh yeah, and don't forget to save.
The screen turns black with small letters in the bottom quarter that says, loading. Everyone roll for perception.
Ooh, 19.
I rolled a 15.
5.
15.
Can I have some of your points?
5. So Joe rolled an 8. Jared, you rolled a 5, you said?
Yes.
Okay, and then Jake, you got a 19.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so Jared, you're too focused on the loading screen. It's kind of like Zen, the way that it just says the word loading, and then one period loads, a second period loads, and a third period loads, and you're just like so focused on that you don't really notice anything else happening. Joe, same with you. You're kind of looking at the screen, you're kind of transfixed, and you're like lost in your own head, just thinking about like what in the world is this game going to be.
Sugar-free root beer.
Jake, you notice that the lights have started to flicker, and that in the center of this sort of crystal ball that's on the top of that gray rectangle, there's a purple cloud inside. And it's kind of starting to swirl, and it's getting larger and larger.
I think I'm too mesmerized by it to bring it up right now.
Okay. Suddenly the sphere opens, and it surrounds the boys in a purple cloud. The air is so thick with this purple cloud that no one can see anything around them. Everyone feels themselves suddenly floating. No, not quite floating, you're falling. There's a flash of white as they feel themselves hit the ground, and then there is blackness.
Oh,
I spilt my soda.
What?
Joe,
What was that?
you notice that your voice sounded strange.
Does it?
Jake, your voice sounded strange too.
guys!
Whoa.
What the hell?
Jake, what is wrong? What the shit is wrong with your voice? What's wrong with my voice?
Jake, you take a look at Jared, and you see that he's like tall and just fucking ripped, like, and green with 2 tusks sticking out below his mouth.
Jared, where are we?
I don't.
Jared, you see Jake, and Jake is like a half human, half dragon. He's got a tail. He's covered in scales, and he's all gray. And there's like, every time he takes a breath, there's like a puff of mist that comes out.
What? Dude, you look awesome.
Oh my god. I am brave.
Look at your scales. They're so cool.
I'm glistening in the sun. This is...
Does your breath taste minty fresh?
Oh shit, it does. Like Dentin ice.
Joe, you run your hands over your head, and you realize your hair is still gone, so you breathe a sigh of relief. But then your hands move down to your face, and your smooth-shaven face is now full with a stubby beard.
I'm not like Charlie Brown anymore. Guys, do I look normal? What happened?
Jared and Jake, you look around, and you don't see anybody in your immediate line of vision.
Joe, is that you?
Yeah, I'm right here. Where are you guys? Oh my
Joe.
god, you guys are huge.
Wait, what? You can see us, but we can't see you.
He must be a ghost.
Oh!
You look down, and you see a short man with a bald head and a beard. And he looks decked out in like this silk robe. And he's carrying a giant warhammer.
Joe, you're so much shorter than usual, and you have that huge hammer. Where did you get that?
You know, I landed, and that's something I grabbed when I tried to stand up. It was on the ground. I have no idea where it came from. Also, this robe is so soft. It is caressing everything on my body.
I feel his robe, but it's like just a little bit between my fingers, but it like takes up like a huge portion of his robe because my hand is so huge. Whoa, you're so
Are you guys
right.
like standing on a chair?
That is luxurious.
Guys, where are all of you? And I didn't know that they had VR in the 70s. Can anybody
hear
hear
you.
me?
You all turn and you see a short hobbit man. He looks like he just left the Shire. He's got small brown trousers, a white button-up shirt, and sort of like a robe, a robish cape-looking thing.
Excuse me, little
Okay.
man. We're looking for our collective best friend, Chris. Have you seen him?
Yeah, it's me. I just have cooler trousers now.
Okay, guys, I think I know what's going on. Chris and I are the same height as we always have been, but you guys have just grown a lot. It's like reverse Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It has to be.
I think there's more to it than that. I mean, look around. Where the hell are we?
Hello, players.
Ah!
Hi, boys.
I am the master of games, and you are the newest challengers.
But what's
If
your
you
first
want to
name?
make it out of here, you must collect all of my save tokens. You will be faced with many challenges, and if you fail, you will be trapped here in my game forever.
I have arcade tokens in my pocket. Do you want those?
Joe, you feel down for your pockets, and you realize that those are gone. All your Chuck E. Cheese coins that were there are just completely somewhere else. You have no idea where they could have gone.
My collection.
In fact, you know what? You don't even have pockets.
What kind of world is this?
Now it's time to begin. Please, choose your save slot.
In the middle of the room, at what seems to be out of nowhere, forms these big white letters in the middle of the darkness, and it's almost like they're made out of light. It reads as follows. It says, Save slot 1, Sally, Charlie, Kathy, Ralph. Save slot 2, Johnny, Matthew, Logan, Ass.
Is that with Z's or S's?
It's with Z's.
Nice. Has to be.
Save slot 3. Empty.
I guess we're picking save slot 3.
Oh, hold on.
Excellent choice. Now let
Sorry,
the
guys, I already
games
chose it.
begin.
I already
Hold
chose it,
on.
I'm sorry.
Wait, we could have loaded
What
a
kind of
finished
democracy
game.
is this?
The floor beneath everyone opens up, and again, the crew starts to fall. Everyone roll an acrobatics check for me.
Damn, what's that?
My acrobatics are going to be sick. Which one do I roll?
So roll a d20.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
So, Joe, as you're falling, you do like a perfect backflip, and you land just like with your fist down on one knee, and you're holding your warhammer up, and just you look like an absolute king.
Shawn. Thanks, Mom, for gymnastics.
She would be really proud of you. Krogus, you do almost the exact same thing, except you felt it yourself falling, and you quickly like checked on Jake, and you saw that he was rolling, he was like falling and doing okay. You kind of like used your foot to like hit him, and so when he lands, he kind of like stumbles and doesn't look as cool. But you kind of landed and like both your arms are crossed, but you're like doing that thing where you're like pushing out your biceps so they look bigger. So like you just look super fucking cool.
It's a weird first thought when you land.
Yeah, because like Jake landed. Jake was kind of like oh my god, and you were just like whatever, and just like looking fucking huge, dude.
That didn't even hurt.
Chris, when you fell, you landed and you kind of landed like on your knees. So right now it kind of like knocked the wind out of you. You didn't get hurt or anything, but like you can barely breathe.
I don't look cool.
You don't look cool. You're sucking wind hard.
Chris, that was a pretty hard fall you just took. Do you need some... And I touch my pocket, and I'm like, oh, shoot. The root beer. It didn't come with us into this world.
No!
You mean you drank it all?
I'm
Don't
just gonna
lie to
say
us.
it, you guys. This place sucks.
Don't talk like that, Chris. Look at me, I'm fucking huge.
Yeah, you're huge. Well, wait,
Yeah,
what is
me
it like?
too.
Guys,
You
look.
guys look around, and you find yourselves kind of in the middle of a forest. There's thick, dark pine trees, and there's a light dusting of snow on the ground.
Something about the temperature here is soothing to me.
What is this white stuff?
Silk was not a good choice for this temperature.
I'm realizing I have like a stringed instrument with me where my automaton should be. And I'm now concerned that it's going to snap and be damaged in the cold.
Whoa. Chris, do you know how to play that thing?
Well, I can play Through the Fire and Flames on Guitar Hero, so I'm sure I'll be able to figure this out. Like,
Chris, why don't you roll a performance check to see how
I?
you are?
Performance check. All right, guys, check this shit out.
Check this performance. So Chris pulls out the lute and just absolutely starts shredding. You guys are like all blown away and so moved by how incredible that just was. You guys have never heard anything like that.
I'm speechless.
God.
I put my head on my horns and I'm just like staring in disbelief.
Also, you just found out you had horns.
Yeah, and I'm groping them. And people are like side-eyeing me a little bit, like, what's he doing? But I'm just like feeling them out. They're a lot longer than I thought they'd be.
I kind of feel on the sides to see if I have horns, but I don't.
Krogus is wiping away tears from his eyes.
Thank you guys. You guys are a wonderful audience. I always knew I had this in me. I just needed a magical instrument to appear on me.
What do you call that song?
This song is called Horns. Who's got 'em, who doesn't?
Oh, I'm horny.
You guys are in the middle of the woods. It's kind of cold. It's wet because it is still like lightly snowing a little bit. So what do you guys want to do?
I want
All
to
right,
look
guys.
around.
I think I know what's going on here. We're in the game.
Did you gather that when I chose the empty slave slot and then we fell into the snow?
Actually, shortly before that. Impressive, I know.
I say we like walk into the woods and get out. It's kind of windy. I feel kind of a draft under my robe, so I feel like we need to go into the woods and kind of get away from this wind.
So Chris, you said you wanted to look around. How about you roll a perception check for me?
Okay. Good thing I have a +0 perception.
15, that's really good actually. Okay, so Chris, there is an odd-looking rectangular tracks in the snow that head deeper into the forest. And with a 15, you can also smell what you think is a campfire.
Is the campfire going, like, in the same direction that the tracks are heading?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the thing. I think if we go this way, there's got to be someone around. I smell a campfire. I'm starving. I don't know about you guys.
I'm hungrier than when we got sucked in here.
And, like, there might be something we can use to make you some pants, Joe.
That would be great. Also, do you think they have root beer?
I couldn't eat any of the snacks that Joe brought, so I am also hungry.
We have to do what we can to get back to the real world so we can eat those snacks.
I don't know. I'm kind of digging this. I'm, like, killer at the loot in this world, so I'm not really in a rush.
So are you guys going to follow the tracks?
Yes.
I say yes.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. So you guys follow these odd rectangular shaped tracks and they go deeper into the woods. And eventually you find yourself at an empty campsite. There's a shoddy wooden structure that's fashioned together by wooden planks, but the door is wide open. Inside the campsite is empty aside from an old shovel and a wooden chest. There is a fireplace in there with what's like the remnants of a hot fire. So there's like some coals and some smoke coming out of the chimney.
Should we burn this chest?
I go over to the fire to warm myself instinctively and then realize that I felt better in the cold. And so I start making snow angels.
Jake, you went over there and you're like, oh, actually, I don't want to do this, but you tried to make yourself look cool. So you were just like, you kind of like held your hands up
And then
like...
and then I turned them around like I was looking at my claws.
Nice.
And just kind of walked away.
We walked to the back outside to do snow angels.
Yeah, I'm of no help right now. I'm just digging my new bod.
Has anybody looked into the cabin yet?
Jake went inside and saw that there was the fireplace that was mostly empty, but other than that, he just kind of walked right back outside.
Okay. Well, I want to look around and see if there's anything else on the floor of the cabin, but I'm also kind of like tilted over, just because like I'm taller than the cabin is, and so I don't really fit in there. But I'm trying to look around the best I can.
So you can kind of see that there's the empty fireplace. You see that chest, and you don't really see too much else in there aside from the old shovel that was just sitting there.
Guys, this fire is like about to go out, and I think we should burn this chest.
Hold on.
I'm gonna burn the chest.
I push her away from the chest and try to open it real quick because she is just tenaciously trying to throw it into the fire.
Okay, Jake, so you want to open the chest?
I'd try my best.
Okay, so the chest isn't unlocked. It opens right up for you.
Okay.
Inside of the chest is just an apple, and just there's a rolled up piece of paper.
Okay,
Kindling.
I grab the apple and I toss it to Jared, and then I open up the paper and read it.
Okay, so it looks like a map. You can't really tell anything about it. You don't really know. much. You just looking at it. How about you roll a perception check for me?
All right.
6. Yeah, like to you, this is like you have no idea where this map is. You know that it's a map,
This is
but you
indeed
just
a map.
you had no idea where it is.
And any geography buffs around here?
Yeah, if anybody that would like to take a look at the map, please feel free to roll a perception check.
I yell like a little too loud, like, I found a map!
Let me.
I'm too busy trying to dismantle the now empty chest so that I can put the pieces into the fire.
Well,
Okay.
I was looking for snacks and slacks, so I can definitely take a look for. I can take a look at the map if you want.
Yeah, please.
All right, let me take a look. 13.
13. Okay, Joe. So when you're looking at the map, you can tell that the area at the southern part of the map is kind of white, like it's snowy there. And you can tell that that's kind of where you guys are at. And you see that there's also a path in red that leads to a big circle.
Hey guys, so looking at this, it kind of looks like we're kind of in this snowy part, but there's like this trail that kind of leads to something. Do you think this is like for us to follow?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
I heard him say it. He said it.
We've got to find that circle.
Crystal, why don't you roll a perception check for me as well?
Okay. I have rolled 17.
Okay, so you were checking out the fire before, and you could tell that this fire was pretty hot and roaring like not very long ago. And as you're kind of looking, you see footprints again leading outside of the door. And you can tell that these footprints were in a hurry.
Do you guys think that somebody fled here because they weren't safe? Or do
I
you
think
think
they-
someone lives here and they're going to come back?
I mean, obviously there was an apple, so I think that they were coming back.
Maybe they
Well,
thought.
there was an apple.
Maybe they thought, I've only got one more apple, and so I need to go get more apples.
That's
And so
exactly
they
what I
ran
was
to
thinking.
get them.
They went to a store.
Do you think there's stores?
To the Apple Store!
The circle.
As you guys are kind of talking about this, you look towards like the edge of this campsite, and on the opposite direction of where the tracks came in, you see tracks going out.
Do these tracks look any different?
They look like the person was moving faster.
Okay. How big are these tracks? What do these footprints look like?
So they're like weirdly rectangular.
Oh, right.
But you can tell that it's like a weird kind of boot.
Okay.
It looks like somebody was using their iPad as a snowshoe when they ran to the Apple store to get more apples.
It's the new Apple release. It is fall, so Apple's releasing a bunch of stuff right now.
I can't believe they're charging $3,000 for iSnowshoe.
Well, the USB port is back, so.
I've abandoned trying to take the chest apart because it's too difficult, and I'm now looking around in case there's any other snacks we can take because I get the sense everybody's wanting to head out.
Chris, I think you can burn the box if you want. I think we're done with it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to peel it apart into scrap wood
And don't
first.
forget, if you're really hungry, Jared has an apple.
Just put it in whole.
I would like to walk over to Chris.
I'm putting it in a hole.
I would like to walk over to Chris and hand Chris the apple, and then raise my foot and stomp on the chest and try to shatter it so that we can use it as firewood.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Damn!
Take an
So
initiative.
why don't you roll me a strength check?
Okay.
Okay, that chest gets absolutely obliterated.
Oh my god!
Your foot comes down and it's just
sawdust.
splinters.
Holy shit.
Wow. I guess I stomp a lot harder in this world.
Bro, you stomped pretty hard in the real world, but that was messed up.
Dude, if we did a duet right now and you did the stomps for like "We Will Rock You," we'd probably dismantle this entire cabin.
And we can't because it's copyright infringement.
Yeah. A song that I'm workshopping called "We Will Rock You." I think it should have stomps.
All right. Without even bringing it up to anybody, I just immediately start following those tracks by myself.
Okay. So Jake starts walking towards the tracks. Does anybody react to that?
Jake, where are you going?
I have a hunch. That's all
You're
I say.
annoying.
I am annoying. Let the record show.
I'm looking down at the pile of sawdust that I've just accidentally created. And I kind of raise my arms and shrug a little bit, and then I walk out of the cabin and go to follow Jake.
I take a handful of the sawdust just in case we need it later.
I'm thinking about how we don't have a copyright infringement if we rename it to Crush You Like a Boulder instead of We Will Rock You.
Did anyone grab that shovel? If you're all going to start following me now.
There's a shovel?
There's a shovel. We just left there.
Yeah, it was like an old and rusty shovel.
I'm bummed
Does
that
it
there
say
weren't any
anything on
slacks for me to throw on.
It does not say anything on it, no.
I think that Joe should just grab that on the way out.
Just want to say I have a hammer in my other hand, so I'm carrying a shovel and a hammer in both hands. And then I follow everybody out of the building.
He keeps clanking them together.
So you guys begin following these tracks again, and it's taking you through the forest, and you can tell that there are, this person was clearly running, and then all of a sudden, as you're going through the woods, you finally get to this opening, where everything else is surrounded by trees, but there is space finally, and you look and you see there's a dark figure that seems to be laying down.
How big is it?
It's roughly about I'm gonna say like 5 feet long, like laying down.
Okay.
And they're kind of like crumpled up. Like you can see that somebody is like laying down.
It's like a person.
Yes.
Hey, Chris, do you want to go poke it with the shovel?
Well, hold on.
You're just trying to make me carry the shovel.
Well, here's the thing. I've been carrying it for a while. I'm little, and my arms are sore.
All right, I got it.
Can I sneak up a little bit and like do a perception check on it? Try not to wake it up or disturb it.
So, why don't you do a stealth roll for me?
Okay.
19. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Great roll. So Jake, you sneak into the clearing, and you're kind of like listening, and you don't hear anything at all. So you get closer and closer, and you get close to this person, and they've got like a black cloak over them, and you can hear them breathing, and it's like raspy, like there is fluid in this person's lungs. They are struggling. They are barely there.
Right as Jake gets his face right up to this person, quietly, I yell from across the clearing, "Jake, can you see whether the person is alive?"
I get really clenched and I don't say anything, and I just am watching the figure to see if it reacts to this.
So as Jake is clenching, from behind him, you hear a howl.
From behind me?
From outside of the clearing, the backside of the clearing, steps a wolf of Outworld.
Uh-oh.
Everybody roll me a d20 for initiative. So the way that initiative works, guys, is that it basically determines the order of combat. So,
Okay.
Crystal, you rolled the highest, so you go first. Then Jake goes. And, then Jared goes. Then Jake goes. And last will be Joe.
Okay.
So, Crystal, you see Jake looking at this dark figure, and you see a wolf come up behind him. And the wolf it looks sort of weird. It's not something that you've seen before, but its eyes are glowing red, and it's snarling, and you can see like the spit just coming out of its mouth like it's drooling. Like it's clear to you that you just interrupted this wolf's dinner.
Oh shit. Okay, so do I have to use a weapon?
So you can do whatever you want at this point.
I feel my instinct is to try and start, like, scare the wolf by making a lot of noise so that it doesn't attack Jake.
So what you could do, if you want, is you could do an intimidation roll.
Okay.
To see if you can intimidate the wolf to try to get it to run away.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Intimidation! Get out of here! Oh, shit.
Okay. So, you step out into the clearing, and you kind of like brush up and puff your chest out and say like, get out of here. You try to scare it, but like the wolf does not even look at you. It has its eyes laser focused at Jake, who has just interrupted his meal. So Krogus, you would be up next, my friend.
Roughly, how far away from me is the wolf?
So you are within your walking speed to get to this wolf. He's definitely within 30 feet. The whole space is pretty small.
Okay. So, as if I'd been aware of the fact that it's there the entire time and just haven't called attention to it, I pull the staff off of my back and I immediately charge at this wolf, and I'm going to swing at it. I kind of run at it with like the tip of my staff low near the ground, and I'm going to essentially like try to golf swing underneath it and like launch it into the air.
Oh gosh, what weapon are you using?
Quarterstaff.
Staff?
Jeez. Okay, so your hit lands like so hard. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. So Jared
Just
is running up beside this
castrated
guy.
wolf.
The home run bat sound plays.
smashes. That wolf takes 8 damage.
Oh shit. Ow!
8 damage. That wolf is looking hurt. Yeah. The wolf kind of like falls over and whimpers. But it stands back up and starts lashing its teeth, and now it's looking at Jared. Okay, so let's see. Next in initiative here.
Beezow.
Beezow. Jake, it is your turn. That wolf is lashing his teeth. It looked away from you and it looked at Jared, but it is looking rough.
So, we're all still in pretty close quarters, it sounds like.
Yep.
So I go, now that the wolf's attention has been diverted to Krogus, I back up to the shadowy figure and I block it. I make sure that it can't be harmed. For some reason, I'm concerned about that. And then I have a breath attack.
Okay.
Can I do that?
So, you totally can, but I'll tell you that if you do it, Krogus is in the way.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
And
blast him too.
Could get hurt as well. That the way that works, Jake, is it's a cone that comes out. So anybody that's within that cone, at your mouth being the starting point, is going to get hit by that. So you can, where you're standing, you can tell that you would hit Krogus. If you want, you definitely have enough movement speed where you could move close enough to Krogus, and you could definitely go for an attack with that.
All right, I'm gonna play it safe then. I'm gonna, with the wolf turned away from me, I'm just gonna run up to it and unarmed bop it in the back of the head. Just full-fledged double fist back of the head slam.
Okay, so what I want you to do is next to where it says unarmed strike, there's the number 4.
Yeah.
Go ahead and click on that and roll a d20. A 9. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So Jake, you run up to this wolf, and you bring down like a heavy karate chop, and maybe it's like you're in a new body and you're just not used to it yet, but you just completely whiff, and all of a sudden you're staring eye to eye directly at this wolf.
Oh shit.
Okay, and I believe it is now the wolf's turn.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so let's see here. The wolf is going to go for a bite attack on Jake, because it's so close it might as well. Okay, I'm going to roll a d20. An 11. Jake, what is your armor class?
16.
So your armor class is 16. So the wolf didn't roll close enough to a 16. So the wolf kind of looks at you, and maybe it's because it's got like it's hurt. It just can't move the way that it wants to, and it goes to try and take a lunge at you, but you move your head out of the way just in time, and you kind of feel the wolf's teeth snap, and you smell its breath, and it's disgusting. Joe, it is your turn, my friend.
So the first thing I do is I yell, Jake! And I throw him the shovel that was at that house. Not sure how that's going to help.
Oh, great.
But then
I have to roll to catch this thing.
But then...
So, Joe, in order for you to do that, if you want to throw something...
Yeah.
What do you think, Jared? What should that be? Should that be an athletics check, or should that be a sleight of hand?
I would say athletics for Joe throwing it, and sleight of hand for Jake catching it, personally.
I agree with that. So, Joe, why don't you roll me an athletics check?
Oof.
A 7.
Oh,
So,
no.
Joe,
I got my arms, all right?
I'm going to die
you
today.
you shout Jake's name, and you throw the shovel, and it lands so far away from him. Like it's almost comedic, like how far away it is.
Yeah, but I totally overthrew him because I'm so strong, right?
So, Jake, you just kind of hear Joe yell your name, and then you see just a shovel in the middle of this field, and you're kind of like confused.
Okay.
So, Joe, I'm gonna count that as your bonus action.
Cool.
And so you still have an opportunity to take a stab at this wolf if you'd like.
So what I do is after I throw it, my hand stays out, and instinctually, without understanding what's happening, I cast a fireball.
Nice.
Oh, shit. I'm so close to this wolf.
So, Joe, go ahead and click on that +3 beside the word firebolt. 11. So, Joe, you're kind of like, you threw the shovel and just missed, and like you feel this like burst of frustration as your hand is fully extended, and you feel that anger flow from what feels like in your mind out of the palm of your hand, and a fireball goes flying out of your hand and hits the wolf right in the face. Go ahead and roll damage by clicking that 1d10.
All right. A 5.
So, Joe, that firebolt hits the wolf right in the face and hits them for 5 damage, and that wolf whimpers at the pain, falls over, and is dead. You have killed the wolf.
Yes!
That wolf is donezo.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, get
I
out of
feel like
here,
my
wolf.
character is just like shivering and has no idea what the hell just happened.
I'm also like hyperventilating because I've never been in a fight in real life. I crawl over to the shovel though and pick it up and say, "Thanks."
The shovel's like super hot from the fireball.
I immediately run over to Jake, and I'm like grabbing him by his face and like turning it sideways and like prodding at his shoulders. I'm like, "Little bro, are you okay?" But I'm like being like too extra about it.
I don't respond verbally. I just go.
So as you guys are celebrating your first victory, you hear 2 more howls from behind you.
Goddamn.
And out of the thicket pop 2 more of these.
Oh
wolves
my
of
god.
Okay. All right. Do we roll initiative again, or is it the same turn order?
So we'll go ahead and we'll keep the same initiative for this round because
Makes
you
sense.
guys never really left combat. You kind of all turned and high-fived each other, and as soon as
Yeah.
you did, those wolves crept out, and you can tell that these wolves are mad.
Okay. Do I get to keep my shovel that I went and grabbed?
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
say you keep the shovel.
Okay.
I have been imagining that I am kind of at a distance because I just yelled at the wolf and then all hell broke loose, so I just kind of froze and watched that all happen.
Yep.
So I have like, a little bit of a meta question. In my bonus actions, I have Bardic Inspiration. If I do that, can I still attack?
Yep, that, we'll count that as a bonus action.
Okay. All right. So after me is Jared, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Having just witnessed all of that, I decide to play an inspiring song to pump up Jared's next moves in battle.
Would you like to give us a sample of the pump-up jam?
Yeah. Holy shit. That wolf wants to eat your face. Please don't die. Please save all our friends. You could do it. Please.
So, Jared, you feel like this wave of confidence come over you, and you can tell that whenever you need it, you can call on that feeling that little song just gave you. And so, with her bardic inspiration, during your roll, your next turn, whenever you need it, for the next 10 minutes actually, you can roll a 1d6 and add that to any throws, whether it be attack roll or a saving throw, just not damage.
Great.
And so you have a chance to add more to your chance of hitting or saving something.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm after Chris, correct?
So Chris right now is just on their bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, so they do still have their initial action if they should choose to take one.
Yeah, so I trying to put my instrument away because I'm feeling like, why did I do that? And then I noticed that I have a bow. Right? I got a bow on me. I'm going to try and shoot at one of the wolves.
Okay, so go ahead and roll that the +5.
Okay.
And so let's see if you hit. Okay, so you take aim at would you like to go for the wolf on the left or the right?
Where are the wolves in relation to everybody?
So you guys all kind of congregated. You kind of stayed off to the side. So both of the wolves are kind of to your left, and there's one that's a little bit closer to you and one that's a little bit further away. If you were looking at them head on, the one that's closer to you would be on the left, and the one that's a little farther away would be on the right.
All right, I'm going to take the one on the left.
Okay, so you're shooting at the one on the left, and you hit. The arrow flies true. Now go ahead and roll damage. 9 damage, max damage on that one. That was a huge hit. So you hit that wolf like right in the face, and it like starts pouting and whining, and it kind of falls over, and you can tell that this wolf is in bad shape. And the wolf that's beside it it takes a step and walks directly in front of it, and you can tell that wolf is kind of like rearing its teeth, and it's trying to protect its hurt friend. And Krogus, it is your turn.
Okay. Now, knowing that we are in combat and mentally prepared this time, I kind of brandish my staff in front of me and I do a little squat pose, and I have Chris's song in my heart, and I'm ready to defend my friends. And this time, I'm going to do what I should have done last time and use my bonus action for Rage, which has a couple of different advantages for those of you not looking at my sheet.
Yeah, Jared, do you want to tell us like what that does for you?
I get advantage on what's STR stand for? Remind me.
Strength.
On strength checks and saving throws. I get a +2 melee damage on weapons that use strength, and I have resistance to a couple different kinds of damage. I can't cast spells while I'm raging, which doesn't feel like much of a problem for Krogus.
So one thing that's important to, I guess, mention is that so rage lasts for 1 minute, but that's 1 minute in game, and each round, so as we go through everybody's turn, after we get to the last person, that's 6 seconds. So this rage lasts for 10 rounds.
Okay. So.
All right, Jared. So you've done this squat and like you like are like Super Saiyan like Goku now. You just feel yourself like enraged and angry. But there's also a song in your heart should anything not go your way.
Well, the wolf that just stepped in front of the other one, the wolf that has not been hit yet, I'm going to run at that wolf and use my quarterstaff again.
24. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Did you say I could add Chris's bonus to my attack?
You could, but you don't really need to. You definitely hit. We're really only gonna do additional damage if you nat 20 it. So
okay.
If you're using a modifier to get to over 20, it's not really the same. So you could, but you don't need to.
Okay, sounds good. And for damage.
So yeah, roll damage on that one. 6 damage. Okay, so that wolf just took a hefty chunk of damage. 6 damage. Okay, so that wolf, you hit him dead on, like a perfect hit, and as your what do you have again? Your staff.
Yeah, a quarter staff.
As your staff comes down, you hit it right in the snout, and it kind of wavers for a second, but then it looks back up at you, and it is angry, and its teeth are lashing. So that was great damage, and that brings you to Jake. Beezow. It is Beezow Hornpub's turn.
All right, where am I in relation to that wolf who's now
So
pissed?
you are backed away a little bit closer to that dark figure that was on the ground. You can you definitely have enough movement speed to walk up to it.
All right.
This area is not very big. It's pretty close quarters.
So I've been watching all this happen. I'm getting pumped. I take my shovel and I set it down gracefully beside the shadowy figure as if to arm it if it decided to wake up. And then I feel that I have a greatsword, and I just don't even question it. I go for a thrust to the back.
Okay. And you're going for the one that Jared just hit, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me your attack. 18. So you bring that sword down and you make contact with that wolf. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Yes.
7. Ooh. So Jared, what I just realized is on your last roll, we didn't add +2 for your rage.
I was going to ask about that. I had to look up what was considered a strength weapon, but any melee
Staff
weapon
has to be
does,
one, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So you did more damage than we thought. I mean, the wolf's reaction, everything is still the same, but you did do a little bit more damage. Jake, you fucking kill that wolf, my dude. Do you want to tell us what happens to that wolf?
I ran up and I just held the sword out in front of me and just at a full sprint just stuck it right through the back of him and went right through his heart. And then like tripped and fell on top of him. Like it was just such a reckless, full-on assault.
Okay, so now that I know that, it is the other wolf's turn.
Okay.
So this wolf sees you kill its friend, and it's looking right at you. Let's see here. The wolf is going to roll a bite attack on you, and we'll roll a d20. 18. Oh, 5? Never mind. Looked like an 18 for a second.
I got scared.
So this wolf is so hurt and so out of it that it tries to snap at you, and kind of like the first wolf, you just move out of the way. You kind of roll off the dead wolf's body and pull your sword out and get back to your feet, and this wolf is like kind of barely hanging on. So that leaves us to Stumbleton.
It's all you, Stumbleton.
All right. So am I also within running distance? I know last time I did like a firebolt, so.
Correct. So Joe, this area is kind of so small that everywhere where anybody is close enough for you to get there, even with your movement speed. Your movement speed is a little bit less than some of the other guys.
Why is that, Shawn?
Well, it's, you're
Okay.
It's because you're so busy doing other things,
Yeah. I just
So,
am over encumbered
but
with the
even
weight
so-
of pressure.
That's what happened to your hair. So even so, you can absolutely make it to this wolf.
Okay. So I decide, because I'm armless, I was staring at my hand this whole time because I was freaking out because of what just came out of my hand with the fire. And I look up and I see what's happening currently. And so what I do is with my other hand, I have that warhammer, and I sprint and I just jump and two-handed strike down.
Okay. So Joe, why don't you real quick roll me an athletics check for the jump?
Excuse me?
Okay. So it's not the prettiest jump in the world.
Yeah.
But,
it's like at least 3 inches off the ground.
You don't get as much air as you wanted, but in your brain, this looks super fucking cool.
I'm like
so
Air
go
Jordan,
ahead and
just.
So go ahead and roll your hit die to see if you make contact with this wolf.
12.
Okay. So Joe, you jump. Your jump is a little bit shorter than what you wanted, but because of the length of that warhammer, you come down and you feel yourself make contact with like the center of the back of this wolf.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage. 4.
Oof.
Okay, so Joe, you absolutely murder this wolf.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
Air Jordan, baby.
So
I really hope you did that.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Way
That's
to
your
go!
next move, right? Yeah.
yeah, so you guys have now killed all the wolves. Joe, you're kind of near Jake, and you guys are kind of celebrating and high five, and you don't see anything. But all of a sudden, you hear a snarl, and one of the wolves that you thought was dead pokes its head back up at you, and it starts to take a bite at you.
Oof.
And out of nowhere, this shadow comes and slams the wolf in the top of the head with a bright, shiny silver pickaxe. The character pulls out a potion and sucks it down. Ugh, much better. Are any of you hurt?
No.
We're not
Good.
hurt, but you were dead a second ago.
I'm fine. I took a potion. Does anybody else need a potion? I have more.
What do they
What
taste
kind of
like?
potions you got?
They taste vile. It's kind of like grape juice with too much sugar.
Oh,
I'll
shit.
take it.
That would hurt my stomach.
Does it taste like cherry soda?
What is soda?
Are any of them
you just
sugar
ask-
free?
No more questions. I'll take one.
He hands you a potion, Joe, so you can go ahead and add to your bag 1 potion of healing.
Oh, nice.
There are more wolves in these woods. Come, let us head for my camp. There will be time for questions there.
Don't forget your shovel.
He starts walking back into the woods, and he kind of like motions for you guys to follow him.
I checked the wolves for like anything valuable. I know they're just wolves, but
Yeah, if you want, you can take their pelts, but the wolves don't really have anything on them.
does that like require anything?
Nah, you can just I don't, the time it takes is whatever, but you can, if you want, you can absolutely take the wolf pelts.
I take one wolf pelt and just.
Ew, what the fuck are you doing?
I want a trophy. I killed that thing. I stabbed it right through the heart. You saw.
You did. I did. You know what? You deserve it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna wear
Please,
it.
you must follow me back to my camp.
We're coming.
I've never done this before. It takes a minute. Jesus Christ.
Leave the face. Leave the face.
The face is
If
the
it
best
means
part.
anything, I think you did a really good job.
Thanks, Ghostman.
I'm not a ghost.
Well, you'll answer questions later, so I'm gonna call you what I'm gonna call you. Just hold on. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, so you guys... Wow, that was quick. So you guys walk away, and you guys start walking towards the camp. And you guys have now gone back to that campsite. And the guy walks inside, and you guys follow him inside of the cabin, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Hope he's not upset about that chest.
he shuts the door, and he kind of looks down, and he's like, "These damn wolves have destroyed my home."
Yeah.
And then he starts kind of like picking up the pieces of the chest, and he starts like putting it into the fire and starts making a fire.
Shame about that chest. I was here earlier when the wolves got it.
I can't believe what the wolves did to your chest before we got here.
Speaking of
I'm
fire,
like,
you'll never know what happened earlier with my hands.
If you've lived the life I lived, you wouldn't be so surprised.
Should we be
Go
surprised?
on. I sit right next to the shadowy figure, like pretty much touching him, and put my arm around his shoulder.
So now that he's kind of in the light of this campfire, and you can kind of see him, you can see that he's like incredibly boxy. Like his head looks like a perfect cube.
Okay.
And his arms are kind of straight, and they're as well just kind of like long rectangles.
Don't do
Is
this.
he
Steve
is he
from
an Enderman?
I've never heard of this Minecraft, but I'm Stefan.
Oh, god damn it.
Is he wearing a turquoise or green shirt?
My mother made it for me.
Oof.
It was her favorite color.
I take a piece of timber that is relatively unburned, and I hold it in front of him, and I say, if you don't mind, you punch this. I want to see something.
Well, I still feel a little weak, but I'll give it a go.
Okay.
So he like punches for the ember, and his fist connects with the hot end of that timber.
Oh, shit.
And he kind of recoils immediately, and he's like, "Oh!"
I'm sorry. Sorry, Stefan.
It's okay. It's okay.
Good thing he doesn't have any potions left.
Oh, shit.
No, it's okay. I have a few more. Nobody else wanted one. You guys seem to be fine.
Okay.
Man, those wolves really did me in, but you did great.
So we can see
Thank
you're
you.
clearly a ghost that's hurt by fire. But why don't you tell us what's going
not
on
a
around
ghost.
here?
And where can we get those iPad shoes?
Oh, you like these boots?
Yeah.
My friend who is a smith, back in my old hometown, he made them for me, but that town has been destroyed. You see, I lived in a small village. It's called Seed Village. It's not too far from here. Seed Village used to be a wonderful place, but there's been an evil curse that's been let loose upon our
Oh,
land.
sounds creepy.
Yes, creepy indeed.
What can you tell us about this land? We're all newcomers here.
Long ago, I grew up in Seed Village, and it was a mining town. I myself used to be a miner at Old Seed Village. I grew tired of the mining industry myself, and I wanted to create a life for myself. So me and my love, Alexis, we planned on adventuring on our own. We were going to build our own little house in these woods right here.
Oof.
Then what happened?
While we were kind of digging around, we stumbled upon a cave. In this cave, it was filled with twists and turns, tunnels that lead to nothing. We found riches, good working ore. We had more than enough to start our home. But there was this voice that kept calling to us. It beckoned us deeper and deeper. Soon we found ourselves at this odd stone structure that was buried deep beneath the earth in this cave. And there was this voice that called to us to enter. What we found, I cannot speak of. My poor Alexis was lost. I barely escaped with my life. But we awoke something that night. Things began to change. The clouds grew dark, and the once playful beasts of this world fell to madness. Seed Village was destroyed by an enormous black beast. So many innocent lives lost. So many people turned. You must help us. Evil came from that cave. I know that if we can defeat it, we can save this land.
You want us to go into the cave?
Please, you must help me. If you can fight the wolves as efficiently as you did tonight, nothing in that cave stands a chance. Please, you can help me save this village.
I'm down. Can we borrow some more potions?
Of course. I have plenty, but you may want to save them because there are horrors within those caves, some of which I'm not even sure I can make sense of.
Whores, you say?
Yes.
A cave of horrors.
Wait, are you saying whores or horrors?
No, there's another R there. Horrors.
Ah,
I'm out.
that was my first murder, and it
Please.
was it barely worked.
Please, you must help us.
We literally just killed dogs. Is this thing like actually scary? Like,
There are creatures that I thought were just myths or stories. When the moon rises, the dead walk again.
Guys, when we first got here, the weird space voice told us that we had to find all the tokens. Do you think that this is part of that?
no.
No, I think you're onto something.
When we were down in the cave, we found this gold disc in an ancient text that I did not recognize myself. But maybe that's what you're talking about?
That smells like token.
Did it have a mouse on it?
I do not recall if there was a mouse upon the gold
Ears, circular?
thing.
No? Hat? Little hat?
No, there definitely wasn't a hat.
Well, can't be us then.
Joe, I think that the guy is really trying to get us to understand that this is what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
It's possible that fate led you here tonight to save me.
My mom said not to trust strangers, but Stefan, I'll help you.
I don't like this. It's fishy. But
There are fish around here. We can go fishing if that is something you wish.
Are there silver ones?
ooh, I like silver.
Wait, does this world has the one that swims up your stream if you pee in the lake?
Good question.
There are lakes and streams, and you can swim up, so I think maybe.
I think I'm gonna skip the fish part, but I'm ready to help.
Hands
All right.
in.
If Krogus is in, I'm in.
No. No, let's do it.
Perfect.
I do a Dean scream.
Let us rest. I know this isn't much, but it is enough to keep everything out. Tomorrow we will make for the cave and explore. And with that, everybody starts a long rest. That is the end of episode 1, guys.
All right.
We did it.
We did it.
We're all still alive.
Nice job,
Yay.
everybody.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to make this harder. You guys fucking shit stomp those wolves. What's up, guys? This is Shawn from the Broom Ghost channel. Just want to say thank you so much for listening to the very first episode of Choose Your Own Adventurers. We have had a ton of fun making this show, and there's more episodes coming, so we really hope you guys enjoy it. A special shout out to AJ for making the art for this series. Special shout out to Jake Roach for making all of the music. You can find links to his music in the description of this video. And if you guys like it, don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe. We appreciate all the support. Take care, everyone.